What is up, everyone? It's Kamakazi here today, and today I wanted to talk about the confidential Project Pendragon. It's an article that Warbots put out just a couple days ago, and it was very poorly publicized. Not a lot of people really know about this article, but we're going to be talking about that today. So there's a lot of theories and stuff, and this is a conspiracy theory video, so I really do think that this could possibly, very possibly, bring in a new age of Warbots, because there's reasons to believe that this robot will be an extremely big robot, so we could see, a different thing in Warbots, and this could bring in a kind of a small kind of next generation of Warbots. So we'll see about it. So this is confidential Project Pendragon. So this is basically just an interview with this pilot, mechanic, I don't know what you want to call him, and there's an image of him, and it's just kind of like an ink. It's like a little ink drawing, I guess. And I have a feeling that he will become a legendary pilot in the future, because actually a Spectre pilot that we have now on the Battle Pass was actually in a video previously, before it was even on the Battle Pass, before we even heard anything about him becoming a legendary pilot. There was actually kind of like this teaser on a Warbots video, and eventually he actually became a pilot. So I have a feeling that this guy, we won't be seeing the last of him. So let's go into it. Alright, so this stirs up some memories. A long time ago, when I worked on blank blank blank, I was inspired by blank 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 legends. One of the few older narratives that were preserved when we fled off the blank blank blank, but the more I thought of them afterwards, the more it all was looking like a manipulated crap made to cover up what was pretty much a carnage and make the winners look good. Oh my goodness, guys. I can't read for some reason. At some point, I said, to hell with that, to hell with your legends. So it's basically just, I don't know, it's kind of this rambling, this random rant, and we have no idea what the heck he's talking about. But I have reason to believe that where he says, when we fled off the blank, I think that's Earth. I think they fled off of Earth. Because if you guys have not kind of read into some of the lore of Warbots, basically what happens is it's like 50 years in the future or something like that, and the Earth is basically destroyed. It's uninhabitable, and we have to move to Mars, and this is where the 5 factions and stuff form. And then we have the mercenaries, which are basically us fighting each other out, 6v6 style. So yeah, I think that's Earth. One of the black lines, and the other two, he worked on the Pendragon, the confidential Pendragon project. I was inspired by something legends. I don't know. So we'll have to see. And then, you know what they said when they were asking me to join their venture? You have to return our Merlin. So, again, it's just some kind of rant. Evidently, they're calling him Merlin. He's their Merlin. I don't know. And so they're trying to persuade him to join this project, I'm pretty sure. And so he says, damn hypocrites. Just basically rambling. At this point, I don't really know what he's trying to say. Of course, I do realize that something serious is happening on blank. First, and I think that's Earth. I think something is happening on Earth. First, some good people start dying left and right, and now these blank blank blank, I was absolutely sure, like all of you, that they were discontinued and left to rust in peace. Now they are treading around killing our best mercs. Sounds like the worst joke ever, doesn't it? But it's not a joke. Interesting. So what I think is going on is he's telling the story about previously. This was pre-Warbots era, I guess. Well, not pre-Warbots, but when Warbots were first being made and stuff, and Earth is slowly becoming inhabitable, and they're going to have to move off of it. People are dying left and right, and the Pendragon makes its first appearance. Now, what's going on is I think it's just too powerful that they had to discontinue it and leave it to rust, because it's just too powerful of a weapon on the battlefield. And so they're leaving it to rust, and now they're treading around killing our best mercs. So evidently they weren't being left to rust, and now they're running around and they are murdering people on the battlefield. It seems pretty serious and everything, and it sounds like the worst joke ever, doesn't it? But it's not a joke. Still, I'm not taking that bait again. Back then, I took leadership over the blank 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 project to make a weapon that would had never been used. The best sword is the one that's kept sheathed. Get my drift. So obviously he seems very kind of a peaceful person that doesn't want war. The best weapon is one that's kept sheathed. So that's what he means by that, basically, and you know, that there are other ways to get what you want, and I think that's what he means. That's how I'm interpreting it. But leadership taking over, he's now taking over the Pendragon project. If you read between the lines a little bit, I think that's what they're meaning. Again, we just got to fill in the blanks where we can, and try and figure out, make sense of this post, because it's very confusing if you don't know where to look. So he took over the Project Pendragon project thing to make a weapon. Now, when he says weapon, I believe he means robot. Because, you see, technically a robot is a weapon. Although we think of a robot and a weapon as a completely different thing in warbots, technically a robot is considered a weapon. Do you get my drift? You probably don't. But, like, if you're using it to cause mass destruction, well, it's a weapon. So, I think that's what it means. Still, I'm not... Oh, wait. I already read that. Yes, I'm impressed seeing what my apprentices have achieved. My art is flourishing, not in a way I'd like it to, but I'm not complaining. That's my fault and only mine. I taught them engineering, had to teach them morals too. So evidently his apprentices and everything that he's teaching may have taken over the project, may have done something with the Pendragon that he didn't particularly want, but he's taught them morals and stuff, and he doesn't like the way it's going, but he's not complaining. It's his fault, and it's only his fault. So, you know, he seems to have this kind of very laid-back attitude about what's going on, and evidently, you know, his apprentices and everything, they are doing something that he's not a big fan of, but he's not complaining. I guess that's, you gotta make sense of it. Now, what is the Pendragon? I think I've seen this Pendragon before, and although it wasn't called the Pendragon, we've seen it before. This is not the first appearance that is made. Whoa, bombshell. I know. A while ago, I made a video. It was possibly one of my longest videos, other than the live streams I used to do. But, yeah, so it was about this kind of video, and it included, like, it was the video about the Bastion coming back. And that was the title of the video, but it also mentioned in that video, in the Warbots video, it was talking about, it mentioned a robot that was 38 meters tall. A very tall robot. 38 meters, for those of you guys that want some reference, is much. It's, I wouldn't say much. I mean, yeah, kind of. It's decently bigger than, like, a Fury, which is basically one of the taller robots in the game. So, it's a pretty big robot. It would be the biggest robot in the game, obviously. So, you know, it's gonna be a big robot if they are making the Pendragon, and so it's not the first time we've seen this. We saw that in the video before. So obviously this is leading towards somewhere. They're not just going to post two things about the Pendragon and then suddenly be like, oh yeah, we're not going to talk about it anymore. We're going to see it again. I promise you. I can promise you that. Now, what does the Pendragon mean? Now, I had to do a little bit of research. Research as in a Google search. Oh my god. My voice today, guys. I just gotta take a, like, deep breath or something, because I don't know why I keep on, like, tripping up over my words. Alright, so I did a quick Google search, and I found the Pendragon, and the definition of it is a title given to a British or Welsh prince holding or claiming supreme power. A long time ago, we saw the Camelot bots. I think Knights of Camelot bots. And that was the Galahad, Gareth, and Lancelot. And I think that this could be possibly the fourth Knights of Camelot. I mean, not really. Maybe it's kind of like a British bot. A lot of people call the Knights of Camelot bots, the Knights of Camelot pack, the British bots. And so basically this is a British or Welsh prince holding or claiming supreme power. So although he wouldn't be part of the Knights of Camelot pack, because every single one of those robots is actually named after a member of Sir Arthur's Round Table, this Pendragon is technically a British bot, if you wanted to, or a Welsh bot. We have no idea. And so we're going to see more about this. We're definitely going to see more about this. There's no denying it. I think we're not going to really see. We're probably going to see this turn into a bot, and if it does, you know, I really hope it's balanced. But I think it's going to be an update behind the the leech, yeah. So I think you know, the leech and this Pendragon robot aren't gonna come together, because again, this is kind of they're just kind of trailering, you know, giving out info about this. Again, remember the leech guys? They did the same exact thing, kind of building up the hype about it slowly and slowly. And, you know, the leech was kind of this third robot to the pack that we saw that came in the last update. So I think, you know, this thing, it's going to take at least one or two more, or two or three more updates until we'll actually see this robot come into the game. But we may see it in the test server in the coming months. I definitely think it's going to be coming soon. But evidently, it's supposed to be 38 meters tall. Very tall robot. If my conspiracy is correct, guys, let's remember that. Everything here, I read in between the lines a lot. There was a lot of errors, I guarantee you. So, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see, guys. Alright. Thank you, guys. This is Kamakazi. Have a great day. Please, if you could, go down, hit the subscribe, hit the like. It helps me out a lot. I'm going to see you next time. Have a great day, everyone.